Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Krathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Daiva Sura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, 16th Adhyay. And Sri Krishna is in details, quite in details, Vistarashaha. He is explaining to us the ways of the evil people, the ways of the demonical type of people whose entire focus is only the sense gratification, the fulfillment of the sensual desires, fulfillment of the lustful desires. Because for them, that is the only concern. That is the only ultimate aim for these people. They are so much intent upon fulfilling these desires that they have immeasurable concerns of how to fulfill these desires. Their only worries, their anxieties, their chinta is to fulfill his desire. And how many chintas? Not one or two. The worries, the concerns, 100-folds, immeasurable. That is what Sri Krishna told us. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashritaha. And these worries, these concerns, these the cravings for that matter, immeasurable cravings, they are going to end only after death. Pralayantam upashritaha. They will only get away. All these cravings, they will get away only at the time of death. And kāmabhogārthamanyāyenārthasañcayān. Their parama, their entire ultimate objective, the ultimate goal is just to fulfill the lustful desires. Kama upabhoga. How to fulfill those sensual desires? That is the ultimate parama. That is the ultimate aim for these people. Etavaditi nishchitaha. And these people are 100% sure about this kind of aim that they possess. They are so much convinced with it. Etavaditi nishchitaha. They are thoroughly convinced. Sri Krishna says these people, they are thoroughly convinced that enjoyment of the sensual pleasures is the only highest aim for them. So this is what Sri Krishna told us in that 11th Shloka, and like the example that Sri Ramakrishna gave, that in spite of so many miseries, so many sorrows, so many the unfortunate experiences having experienced in the life, these people, they never learn from it. And like that camel in the desert, his mouth is bleeding, his tongue is bleeding, his lips are bleeding, but that camel will continue to eat the thorny bushes. Can't help. That is the kind of situation that the camel has landed itself into. It has to bite those thorny bushes. It has to eat those thorny bushes. What is the end result? The bloody mouth, the bloody lips, the bloody tongue. But still, these people, exactly like that camel, exactly like the materialistically oriented people that Sri Ramakrishna had given in that example, these people think this is the whole and sole aim of this life. That is the ultimate aim of this life, of kama upabhoga. That is the parama aim. That is the ultimate aim of enjoyment of lustful desires. And therefore, these people, they keep on worrying about it. They keep on craving about the fulfillment of these desires. And that craving is aparimeya, is immeasurable. You cannot just, after completing one desire, that is sufficient. After completing 10 desires, that is the end of it. No, there is no end of it. Sri Krishna says, when is the end? The end is only pralayantam upashitaha. The end is only at the pralaya time, at the time of the final, moment, at the time of death, at the time of the passing away of this the Atman from the body. That is the only way these people can be tamed from pursuing their sensual pleasures. Pralayantam upashitaha. So such is the unfortunate scenario, unfortunate situation these people with the demonical tendencies, they end themselves in. Now, does it stop just there? No. Sri Krishna says it continues. How it continues? That āśāpāśaśatairbaddhāḥ kāmakrodhaparāyaṇāḥ īhante kāmabhogārthamanyāyenārthasañcayān. To what extent these people can go? Sri Krishna is telling in this 10th shloka, the 12th shloka now. To what extent these demonical tendency people can go, that they can start hoarding things by all the unrighteous ways, because they have tied themselves in the hope of fulfilling these desires, these hopes. These hopes have gone 100-fold. āśāpāśaśatairbaddhāḥ. āśāpāśa is that the ties of hope, the bindings of the hope. Pasha is binding, tie. Asha, hope. It has gone 100-fold. Shatairbaddhāḥ. That hope of somehow enjoying these sensual pleasures, that has increased, that has bloomed 100-folds, that hope of enjoying the sensual gratifications, that has grown 100-folds, that hope. āśāpāśaśatairbaddhāḥ kāmakrodhaparāyaṇāḥ. And what happens in the end? With this, the hope of enjoying the sensual pleasures having grown 100-fold, they have got so much tied up with the lust and anger, tied up with the lustful desires. And when those desires don't get fulfilled, for that matter, any desire, when it doesn't get fulfilled, it leads one into the state of anger. That is the first, discourse in the course of anger management. What leads us to anger? When our desires start getting unfulfilled, when we are not able to fulfill the desires that we have been looking for, then the anger sets in. So this is the desire and the anger. Kāmakrodha, they go hand in hand. They just go hand in hand. When the desire creates, desire is not fulfilled, ends up in anger. So these people, kāmakrodhaparāyaṇāḥ, they are given over. They just give over themselves to the lust and anger. And then, in order to fulfill that lust, in order to fulfill those desires, which has increased, the hope for increasing, for the hope for fulfilling those desires has grown 100-fold. So what happens? Īhante kāmabhogārthamanyāyenārthasañcayān. Īhante is they strive to fulfill those desires then. Īhante kāmabhogārthamanyāyenārthasañcayān. Then what happens? They have to now somehow fulfill those desires. They have to fulfill those lustful, sensual desires. So they need resources. Maybe they need financial resources. And then when they need those monetary resources, those financial resources, what they will do? They won't earn them in a hard way. They don't earn them in a righteous way. So they go unrighteous way. Anyāyenārthasañcayān. Anyāyena, unrighteous way, through evil way, through all the unjust means. They will somehow hoard the wealth, āśāpāśaśatairbaddhāḥ, because they need that artha, they need that wealth to fulfilling those unfulfilled sensual desires. So see, Krishna is actually telling the downward process through which these people, they are getting themselves into. First of all, those desires, unending desires, and then the hope that yes, one day I will fulfill these desires. And it is not just single hope. That hope, the element of āśāpāśaśatairbaddhāḥ, it has grown 100 times, kshatrabaddha, and then they get so much trapped in that net of kāmakrodha. They get absolutely entangled in the desire to fulfill that lust. That īhante kāmabhogārthamanyāyenārthasañcayān, that to fulfill that lustful desire, they will go to any extent of hoarding wealth. They will go to any extent, even by unjust means, they will hoard the wealth for those sensual enjoyments. So this is the unfortunate downfall of these type of people. Now the scriptures, they talk, they in a way, earning money, creating wealth, in a true sense, it is not a bad thing. There is an element of dravya yajna mentioned in the scriptures. That yes, you earn money and spend it for the betterment of the surroundings, betterment of the people. Give it in alms, give it in charity, use it in philanthropical activities. You earn money. Nobody says don't earn money. Earn money in the righteous way and spend it for the betterment of the people. So this is what has to be done rightfully. But unfortunately, these demonical people, they will try to hoard money through all the unjust means, through anyāyena, through unrighteous way. But the mane of asura would make life complicated by cruel competition. Frenzy, falsehood and fraud are the norm with them. They won't think twice of forging the signatures and doing the fraudulent activities, tampering with the checks or any fraudful digital payments for that matter. They will do anything to create that unlawful wealth, that unjust wealth, just to spend on the fulfillment of unjust desires, those lustful desires. They amass wealth rapaciously for voluptuous sense indulgence. So this is how Sri Krishna tells that these people with the asuri tendency, with the only sense gratification as the only ultimate goal in their life, they can go to any extent then. And once they go to any extent in earning money, in creating wealth, in amassing properties, then that is the most unfortunate situation for these people to come out of it. Sri Ramakrishna says, a typical teaching, exactly like Sri Krishna. Sri Ramakrishna says, men are of two kinds. Like Sri Krishna had told, the men are of two kinds, the Daivi and Asuri. Sri Ramakrishna also says that men are of two kinds. Those of mere man's mold only are base and vulgar. those of mere man's mold, though those of the lowly thinking, they are base and vulgar, those kind of people. Lust and greed for wealth govern them. Those kind of lowly people, the asuri type of people, only two things govern their lives: lust and greed. Lust for fulfilling the sensual pleasures, and greed for hoarding money by any means. Even if it is by unjust means, that is not an issue with these people. So, lust and greed for wealth govern them. But the superior kind of men, they strive for spiritual eminence. Exactly opposite are the Daivi people. Exactly opposite are the people who are treading the path of spirituality. For them, there is no lust. The desire is the purity itself. Seeking the vision of the Lord, that is their desire. Gaining knowledge, that is their desire. Enlightenment, illumination, moksha, nirvana, that is their desire. That is the desire for the superior type of people, the people who have the Daivi tendencies. And the wealth which is earned righteously, spend it for the betterment of others. Spend it on the charity. Spend it on bringing up someone in a better way. So that is what happens with the superior kind of people in this example that Sri Ramakrishna has given. One is the lower kind, which goes down. For them, the lust and greed is only the powerful force that is leading their life. And the other, the superior one. For them also, desire is there. But those desires of totally different kind, they are filled with purity. They are filled with cleanliness. They are filled with doing good to others. They are all those desires. They are taking them on the path of selflessness. Others, they are only selfish motives. Me and mine, how I can enjoy. They are not bothered about the giving any kind of enjoyment to others. For them, self-gratification, the sense indulgence is only the priority, not the spiritual path, not the seeking hereafter. So that is how Sri Krishna says that unfortunately these people, they can go to any extent in creating wealth, in hoarding wealth, in getting riches, because these desires which can never be fulfilled, they are so immeasurable. And they have the hope that one day or the other, I will get it. And then to get that, with those hopes increasing hundredfold, they are trapped in that net of the lust and greed, the kāmakrodha, the lust and anger. They are trapped in that. So Sri Krishna has again given a powerful cautionary note in this 12th verse that we read, that beware of it. Never get entrapped into this net of the lustful desires and the greed for money and get into that situation of getting angry and lustful. That was Sri Krishna's message to us, stern warning in fact. Be aware of it. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.